My name is Shri Rupa, and the one thing that you don't know about me right now is that I have a tattoo, and the only reason you don't know about me is because I'm wearing clothes. ठीक है? It's not that kind of a show कि I'll be like, देखो ये tattoo देखो, ये तो मस्त tattoo है. No. And I got the tattoo in 2014, and in 2014 I was going through a very dark space, so I went to Goa. Because whenever you're going through a dark space, where do you go? Goa. बीच में बैठो लहरें देखो, you're like, what is going on in my life? Okay. And then you write philosophy also. I didn't. होगा नहीं. So I sat down and I drew this beautiful tattoo, and I got the tattoo. And my tattoo is basically the 24 spokes of the Ashok Chakra and the peacock. Okay. And the Ashok Chakra is basically that chakra thing on the flag, in case anybody forgot. पता नहीं, suddenly we're like, Ashok Chakra, Ashok कौन है? इसके पास चक्रा क्यों था? What chakra view is this? But no, it's not that. It's the Ashok Chakra with the 24 spokes. And the reason that I got it was because for me, I wanted that value to be there for me as well. Because I landed in that dark space because of decisions that I made. The idea of the Ashok Chakra is that it stands for a certain symbol, right? And the symbol of the Ashok Chakra, for me, it stands for courage, love, sacrifice, justice, all of that. I'm not going to like take that entire 24. Google kar lena ghar jaake, theek hai? Use your search engine. And you might be thinking that, what sort of a narcissist is this who basically takes the nation symbol and puts it on her body? Firstly, I think narcissists are nothing but empaths gone wrong. Like, एक empathy, after a point, you're like, ये तो हो नहीं रहा है, इसको flip करते हैं. Now let's talk about myself. So let me just kind of remove everything, all filters in the beginning. I'm not a good person. I've just reached that point where I have started kind of believing that narcissism is my way out. यही है जिंदगी. Because I'm quite old. Like I'm 37. And at this point, mostly people say, वो दिखती नहीं हो तुम, but it's okay. कोई बात नहीं, मत बोलना तुम लोग, it's fine. And the average household age, like the average age of my household is 60. And it's no longer home, it is old age home. हाँ. And it's literally like हमारे घर के बाहर ना, we no longer have a name plate. We have Archaeological Survey of India का plate. It's like Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Sengupta household. Like the other day, a neighborhood auntie came and she was like, Shri, this is so dusty. Yeah. I was like, वो dust नहीं होता दादाजी. Throughout this entire situation, one person in my life has been constant, and that person's name is Pratap. Now, I don't know Pratap. Okay? Pratap also does not know me. But Pratap and I have a common person who knows both of us. And that is my neighborhood auntie. And my neighborhood auntie comes every few days to tell me, beta, Pratap is moving to the US. I was like, ठीक है, जाने दो Pratap को US. And then, Pratap got a great job. What are you doing with your life? And this auntie and this Pratap, in their combination, have increased my productivity. Because I live with my mother. Because my mother is like, Pratap has gone to US. I'm like, Mummy, आपको ही नहीं पता Pratap कौन है? That doesn't matter. लेकिन Pratap तरक्की कर रहा है. What is going on with you? And because of Pratap, single-handedly, Pratap has taken me into my new hobby, which is gardening. मतलब मैं इतना पेड़ उगाता है ना, I will see a plot, I will be like, I'll plant a tree. Because after Pratap succeeds, I will still say, I have 15 trees, Pratap, तेरे पास कितने हैं? And gardening is a very, very cute hobby. How many of you do gardening here? Give me a cheer. ये classroom नहीं है. Cheer करो. 1, 2, 3. हाँ, woo. Yeah? All of you? Some of you? Most of you? Gardening में one of the things that the first trick that you learn slowly is that to kind of bring back nutrition to the soil, you can plant beans. All of us know that. छोले उगा देते हो. Soil is back, nitrous. This is random fact, no? Now, with this entire gardening hobby, I am kind of thriving. But while I'm doing all of this, I don't know if you all know this, but India has committed to becoming a $5 trillion USD economy. But how do we get to that 5 trillion economy has always been my question. It's always been my concern and curiosity. And I think there are two reasons, okay, two ways to get to the 5 trillion economy. One is the Great Indian Auntie, and the second is the Great Indian Anxiety. Because as a country, we are really anxious people. Have you realized that? Like, we are constantly stressed. We are constantly like, ये तो ऐसे नहीं होगा, ये कुछ और हो जाएगा. Oh my God, if you take one Aadhaar card, 5 Xeroxes, उसमें से 3 we will get notarized. 3 copies of every document that you get, every certificate, every form, everything. You're filling forms after forms after forms, right? And I think this Great Indian Anxiety is something that we all live in. Like, every time that I go out of the house, my mother is convinced I will die. Like, usi din, I will wake up, she will start Dukka Dukka. Dukka Dukka, for those of you who are non-Bengali here in the audience, is basically Durga Durga. Like, may Durga protect you types, okay? And then I'll get down from the bed, she'll be like, Dukka Dukka. I'm like, dude, how will I die in my own bed? She's like, na hote pare. No, it can happen, right? Like, my parents are so insecure at the moment that हमारे घर पे ना, the door in our house, it has 5 locks. 5 locks. I'm not kidding. आप घर आओ, क्योंकि अभी तो हम एक दूसरे को जानते हैं. I will show you the 5 locks. I will like, ये देख, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. उसमें से the 5th lock was put in as an extra lock. मतलब पहले there were 4 locks. The 5th lock came in later. And I asked my mother, what is so precious in the house? This is what how do you know my mom, bro? How do you know my bro? She literally was like, तुम हो ना? I'm like, मुझे लेने 5 lock तोड़ के कौन आएगा? She was like, Dada, Dukka Dukka. And she just walked off. And this entire idea of not feeling safe, not being safe in the country, in our own houses, it's an intergenerational gift. And I can't blame us. I can't blame our parents. I can't blame my contemporaries, because we live in a very strange situation. We are changing, constantly on the cusp of change. Things are constantly changing. It's a little crazy out there. And it started long back, right? I mean, this is going to be for all of you because you all are really young, fresh graduates. Thoda sa history lesson. Sorry. Little history lesson, okay? So we started out many years back, for example, I don't know if you guys remember this. Of course, you all were not born then. Well, no, I'm closer to your age than I'm to them, so it's fine. There's not an ages thing. Do you remember the License Raj? So License Raj, for those of you who didn't do that project, was basically a term which was coined by somebody who was kind of calling out the methods of bureaucracy that we had. That every time that you wanted to do one thing, you had to fill 15, 20 forms. And then the 15, 20 forms, that it had to get approved by different people. And that has given us intergenerational trauma. Because now, even if you don't want to fill a form, like for example, my dad, okay, he's very interested in taxes. And he's not a chartered accountant. He's just interested in taxes. Like, every time I talk to him, even if I tell him something, like once I went and told him, so I broke up. Have you paid your taxes? I'm like, Dad, it's February. Like, he's somebody who I am so concerned that, you know, when he passes on, because that's how life works. Sorry, little dark it's going. When his ghost comes to haunt me, he will not haunt me at any other time except for when the taxation thing comes. Like, he'll be like I will feel one cold air like this. And then I will hear this voice. Have you paid your taxes? But I think with all of this, like the entire taxation, the slabs, the confusion, the License Raj, all of that, we have inherited this intergenerational habit of making different copies and being so anxious about losing anything, right? And over the years, what has happened is this entire process has moved online, right? And with online movement, we still have the same number of forms. कुछ कम नहीं हुआ है, आप तभी में पढ़ो, but now you have bad internet. So if you are filling up a passport form, for example, it will come and then it'll start being like ऐसे आएगा, And then the farm will freeze. So again, if Pasha is like, ये जो documentation है ना हमारी जिंदगी में. See, that's the reason why people like you and me have jobs, the communication documentation people, because we need specific people to just sit at the computer and fill forms. हो गया, नहीं हुआ, फिर से overtime कर रहे हैं. Why are you doing overtime? We are filling forms. And stuff like this has kept on happening in India. So the Green Revolution happened because we had immense food scarcity. Because for many years, we as a country were supplying stuff to outside, like the people who colonized us. And as a result, our lands were a little messed up. Our food practices, agriculture practices were. There were a lot of reasons. I'm not going to do that again. Just Google it. And I think with the food scarcity, etc., we did Green Revolution. We brought in like high yield variety of seeds. We did a lot of work on our soil. We did a lot of work on how we divided the land. Lots of stuff. We did a lot of work. Okay, and we were able to really get over food scarcity. We were able to get food to the table of everybody. And then we were like, okay, now that we have done this, we're going to move to the Industrial Revolution without doing a plan B. And when we moved to the Industrial Revolution, what we did was we started disinvesting from agriculture, which is such a crazy idea. Because for us, planning is like solved, move on. And that's what we do with our lives also, right? We solve one thing and we are like, haan, theek hai, ho gaya. Then again, this thing comes back saying, hi, we are here, we are back. And today we are kind of at that cusp where because of climate change, because of the impact of climate change, we are seeing the fallow land become more and more fallow. And to me, this is really ironically funny because all we had to do was grow beans, chana. That's it. That's all that we had to do. So from a planning point of view, when you plan halfway and piecemeal, not just your own lives, but your entire country goes for a toss. And that brings me to the latest thing, which I think your generation will have to face. Hopefully by then I would have left. And as a ghost, I'll be at the back saying, did you do your taxes? With my dad next to me. Because intergeneration, not nepotism, talent. The fun thing that we are getting into right now is electric vehicles, EVs, right? Now with EVs, why are we doing EVs? We are doing EVs because we think that, when we do EVs, we'll have cleaner energy, right? It's better for everybody. It's better for people. It's better for planet. It's better for prosperity. But the fun thing about India is that India is still a very coal-dependent nation. Right? So when we are trying to do EVs, electronic vehicles, we are still using coal. Let that sink in. Like coal. Yeah? That's like quitting cigarettes to start smoking cigars. Or quitting cigarettes to start smoking vape. But WhatsApp groups, I think, are the place to be in right now. And I think that's where you get most of your information and misinformation from. And it's amazing to see what people believe. Like today morning, I was told that India is the greatest country, has been selected by UNESCO as the greatest country. And I was like, does UNESCO know this? It's like we are trusting the process, but does the process knows that we are trusting it? But personal is political, and that is very much a feminist trope, but that is true. I think some reality checks. I think one of the things that we kind of keep forgetting is that there's a shrinking community space, right? There's a shrinking sense of community, and we are constantly concerned about who will take us in what way. And then we go back to the WhatsApp groups, and then we are like, India is the greatest country, and then we walk off. And then we walk straight into a pothole, but that's a different thing. So while we do have the 5 trillion USD economy dream, we also have Manyata Water Park. Sorry, just had to do that. I love Bangalore, guys. I love Bangalore. But why do we not have roads? I started out today by saying that there are certain symbols that kind of help us, right? Symbols are also changing. Have you all noticed that the lions have become very angry? The Ashok Stamba lions. Have you noticed that? Yeah? Have you noticed the anger? No? You haven't noticed it? Initially I thought even I was gaslighting myself. Because I'm a narcissist, I gaslight myself. Every morning I wake up, I'm like, I'm so amazing because turmeric. So I thought, yeah, I'm gaslighting myself. That's what I thought. And then I went to my favorite website to ask questions. And then the conversation started on Quora about how the common thread about how this is the new India. And new India is apparently angry, and new India is apparently like all like passionate, etc. And I was like, listen, this is too late to tell me all this because this is not the India one I signed up for. Second, tattoo already hai. Now I don't know how to move to a different country and say like, yeah, this is the Ashok Chakra. No, not Ashok. This is just peacock, bird, chicken, turkey. It is a turkey. I can't do that. So for many of us, the new India, the entire conversation, and I think that brings me to this entire. The more later one is the Andha Kanun situation. Do you all know about the Andha Kanun situation? Kanun is no longer Andha. Did you know this? I'm like, what? And they're like, oh yeah. Yeah, the Lady of Justice blindfold has been removed. So now the Lady of Justice can see. And this was a small news article somewhere, and there are very few of us who are confused. And most of us were like, but how does the eye look show? Because for us, the priority also, we have shifted to a point, but that the world that you are going to inherit. Sorry, sweetheart. These symbols are going to make the future. Because the symbols tell you what you stand for. Symbols tell you who you are. Symbols tell you where you're going to be and where you will be. Right? So symbols become extremely important. Okay, one last thing we'll do. Right? Let's do this. In my country, if you pick up Strife, I'll pick up the mic and I'll give it live. We are made of spice and a bit of spite. Add some auntie advice, and we are fueled by the fight. From start of dreams to late night swipes, anxiety is here and it's feeling tight. Scarcity mindset, hustle on lock. Queue at the bank, never stops the clock. A peacock flare and 24 spokes. Values deep, but we love our jokes. 5 trillion dreams, all mapped and set. With potholes and power cuts, we aren't there yet. Aunties on WhatsApp tracking our lives. Pratap is overseas. He thrives. With every scroll, we are falling behind. But hey, we're Indians, one of a kind. In my country, if you pick up Strife, I'll pick up the mic and rap my life. From spite and spice and all things nice, we laugh through chaos. That's our vice. Thank you. That's my time. Thank you so much.